I'm not sure.
Before Me Too, the stories were lonelier. As one of Jian Ghomeshi's accusers, Linda Redgrave's testimony against the former radio star was shredded in court, her story deemed not credible. Watching this brings it all back.
It's so hard to be up there in front of the public and trying to tell your story and have them dissecting it piece by piece. It's hard.
The Ghomeshi trial began Canada's public reckoning with sexual violence, and the women at the center of it became beacons for other victims. But for every new hashtag, Redgrave says, there are still the same old questions that cast doubt.
People are now starting to understand that there isn't a certain science to the way people respond and react to trauma or to sexual violence. I think we've come a long way in the last couple of years, and I'm really happy for that, but I'm really sad that there's so many people that have had to suffer publicly because of it.
Brenda, how old were you at the time?
I was in the 2nd grade.
And still, more women are speaking out. A political show got an unexpected call, prompted by today's testimony.
And I thought I was over this.
A 76-year-old woman sharing the story of her assault when she was in grade school. And on social media, celebrities broke their silence.
Our mission is to investigate every case.
Police in Toronto believe the Me Too movement is a big factor behind a 16% spike in reports of sexual assault in the last year. But while the floodgates open at hotlines too, crisis centers like this one admit they don't have the funding to keep up.
They might call us and ask for support, and we have to tell them that there's a 2-year wait list because we don't have enough funding for our counseling services. So I think it begs the question of what are we asking survivors to come into?
It can be avoided. Redgrave got through it by creating her own support group for survivors, and she sees today as a win.
So where's the victory?
The victory is in her being brave enough to come forward and speak out against somebody.
Whatever the outcome. Joanna Rumeliotis, CBC News, Toronto.
We should make it clear that Brett Kavanaugh has his own legions of supporters, and in fact, many are women. Some of them voiced that support today.
What we're seeing here, unfortunately, is a pattern of Democrats pushing forward allegations that, as soon as you press on them, start to fall apart.
They don't actually care about what happened 35 years ago. They care about what he's going to do for the next 30 years.
We have leaders who are willing to turn upside down a sacred and bedrock principle of the presumption of innocence for whatever motives. That is dangerous. And as women, as moms, as wives, as sisters, as daughters, we should be very concerned and demand nothing but fairness.